Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
This week, we have 4 power-packed webinars lined up for you. First, at 10 a.m., we have Idea Series, Should You Do a Lump Sum in Large Cap? In this webinar, we shall discuss the stability and growth potential in large cap. At 11 a.m., we have 2 webinars, one on quick commerce, the future of retail. In this webinar, we shall explore the business models powering Q-commerce. The other one is exclusive for women, the power of lump sum investing, accelerating your wealth creation. At noon, we have Decoding Myths of Mutual Fund Investing, in which we shall discuss the myths and realities around mutual fund investing. The links are given below in the description. Register now and join us on Saturday.
I think buying our dream home or a piece of land or owning real estate is like a goal for most of us at some point in our career. And a lot of times, people don't plan sufficiently for this and tend to do misallocation of capital. And the cost of this misallocation can actually be felt over the next few decades. So today, let's deep dive into what are the things that you need to consider before making this decision, and what are the mistakes that we have seen in our experience that we can share with you for people to avoid making.
I think this is an interesting conversation because a lot of people do look at buying a house during the festive period, and Diwali is also the time for new beginnings. So the question that naturally pops up into somebody's mind is, okay, like, I know I want to own a house, but the real question is, when should I buy this house, right? Is it when my portfolio is a particular size, or when I reach a particular age, which actually seems to tip a lot of investors into that house buying frenzy. When we think about when to buy a house, I think one framework that you can apply is to look at your human versus financial capital. And the basic idea being your human capital is your own potential, which tends to be much higher when you're younger because you have your entire career ahead of you. There's a lot that you can do with your time and your energy. And as you move later and further into your career, that diminishes a little bit. But at the same time, while that is reducing, what is actually increasing is your financial capital. So your, let's say your starting salary when you're someone in your 20s versus how you're earning, say, 15-20 years into your career in your 40s, you're going to see a vast difference between these two salaries, right? But you're actually just the same person at both points in time. So your financial capital actually increases because of the income that you earn, your the savings that you built over a few decades. So all of this matters. So when we look at when you should actually slot that purchase of a house into your life goals, I think you need to have your human and financial capital in better balance. You don't want to be doing this at the start of your career when you don't have adequate financial resources. You also don't want to put that financial strain on yourself when at the last point of your career where you've got probably many other goals that are coming together at that point, including retirement or providing for the next generation or even the generation before you. So bringing those things into balance actually makes a huge difference. So that midpoint can actually vary quite a bit for people. So for some people it might happen in their mid-30s, for some people it might happen only in their 40s. So it's not really so much about when you hit a particular age, it's also about which life stage you are in and where you are in terms of your human and financial capital balance.